Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is another products that disappointed me video. I feel like it has not been that long since I did one of these, but I have a bag that I've been starting to like save things in when they don't work, and it got really full, so I was like, okay, I need to film this video. So that's what we're talking about. As always, I don't know why, I feel like I need to do this disclaimer. I feel like everyone who does these videos does this disclaimer, but inevitably there's going to be people who are offended by these videos. I don't know why, but here's the thing. We all have our own preferences. Everybody's skin is different. Everybody's coloring is different. Everybody has different reactions to products. So just because I don't like it doesn't mean you can't like it. And it doesn't mean I'm saying you're dumb or stupid or whatever for liking it. I like things that other people don't like, and I'm proud to say, hey, I know this didn't work for most people, but it's working for me. So if you like these products, I'm not trying to offend you. I'm not trying to diss any of these companies. I'm just telling you guys why they don't work for me, and I will go through each product and explain what it was about the product that did not work for my preferences. Sometimes it's price, sometimes it's color, sometimes, you know, you never know. So we're gonna go through each one, but I just wanted to let you guys know up front. I'm not trying to diss any companies, and I'm not trying to offend anybody. So now that we got that out of the way, let's get into these products. I surprisingly have a lot of foundation in here, so let's start with foundation. Let's do it, because there's a lot in here. So first of all, this foundation, if you guys have been watching my channel recently, it won't surprise you because I did use it in a first impressions video. Oh, it was in a live stream first impressions, was it? I used this somewhere. I think it might have been in a live stream first impressions. I actually had filmed 2 videos using this. One of the videos I had to scrap because I had a problem with the footage. It was too dark and you guys couldn't see. My camera kept focusing, so I had to refilm it. And I think I did it live. So anyway, let me tell you what it is. This is the MAC Next to Nothing Foundation. So the problem with this for me, by the way, I have the shade light. The problem with this for me was just that it literally was next to nothing. I mean, like, I just put a swatch on the back of my hand and you can't even see it. Like, it just disappears on the skin. It did not give me enough coverage. I'm definitely a full coverage kind of lover. I love a full coverage foundation, especially right now. My skin has been freaking out. Like, I have had the worst blemishes that I've had in years, and I'm pretty sure it's from some skincare that I'm using, but I can't figure out what it is. So anyway, another topic, but this was not enough coverage for me, especially right now with my skin being as bad as it is. It just did not cut it. So for that reason, it was a total fail for me. It also did not last, it was not long wearing, so throughout the day I looked like I had no makeup on. So that was just a fail for me. It didn't work with the preferences that I have for makeup. All right, this one's gonna shock some of you. This is gonna shock some of you, but Fenty foundation. Let's talk about this. So we are sold out of like all of the shades at my work. I think we have like 6 shades in stock, and they have told us that they are not planning or not going to be able to restock us until January. There is a high demand for this foundation. People are obsessed with this foundation, but it did not work for me. So let me tell you what was wrong with this foundation for my preferences. Number one, it's a medium coverage. It didn't quite give me as much coverage as I'd like, but I'm okay with a medium coverage sometimes when my skin isn't really bad. So I do have there is a place for medium coverage in my collection. I will use them from time to time. However, this medium coverage foundation, I had a lot of problems getting it to work on my skin. What ended up happening with this, and by the way, I did do a first impressions video, which I will link above, because in that video I did a 2-day wear test, and both days the same thing happened. On the video, you can see it, and this what happened every single time I tried to wear this foundation. All along the lower part of my face, right, all along my chin and my jawline, it would just get really patchy and break up in a very strange way. It was weird. It was almost like it would separate, and there'd be spots where there was no foundation whatsoever, and other areas where it looked cakey and heavy. It was very odd, and I've never had a foundation do that before. And talking to some of the girls that I work with, they were having the same exact problem on the same part of their face. So I'm really not sure what was causing that. I can tell you I had better luck with this foundation when I did not use a setting powder. A lot of people were telling me try it without a setting powder, so I did do that, and it was better. I didn't get that patchiness when I didn't use a setting powder. However, it still was not great wear time. It would probably last about 4, maybe 5 hours before there was completely no foundation left in my T-zone. My nose, my jaw, my chin, even like between my brows would just completely disappear on my skin. So for me, this foundation was a complete fail. It just did not do anything nice with my skin, and it might just be my skin. I don't know. I do have combo skin. You guys know that. I have combo acne-prone aging skin, so I have problem skin, but this did not work for my face at all. So unfortunately, I definitely would call this a big fail for me. There was something else I wanted to say about this foundation. Oh, also, one more thing I almost forgot to mention. In the video, the day 1 wear test, I did a 2-day wear test. On the first day that I tried this, we were at the fair with my kids, and it started to sprinkle right before we left, and it was not even close to a downpour, you guys. It was just a very fine sprinkle, like very small. So then I get in the car and you can see literally dots where the sprinkles had hit my face. It completely washed away the foundation in those places. Like, it was gone. There was no foundation there. So it looked like I had these little tiny holes all over my face in my makeup. It was very, very odd. And I found that strange because this is supposed to be sweat proof. So it's definitely not water resistant, because I have never had a foundation to that point where you can literally see exactly where the droplets from the sprinkles had hit my face. I've never had that happen before, so I did find that very strange, and you can see that in the video if you want to see that. All right, let's stick to the foundation trend, because I do have actually a couple more foundations to mention. The next one is from Pure Cosmetics. Now, I have tried quite a few products from Pure Cosmetics, and I like a lot of their products, but this foundation, the Bare It All foundation, was a horrible mess for me. So the thing about this is, it's supposed to be, they call it a 12-hour 4-in-1 skin perfecting foundation. It's supposed to be almost like a tinted moisturizer BB cream kind of product with full coverage. It definitely has full coverage. The thing that I could not stand about this was it was so tacky. It was so tacky and thick and sticky, so I found it really difficult to blend on my face. I definitely felt using my hands was the best way to get it to spread. I tried using it with a brush, and it was to the point where you felt like you were dragging the brush and the product wasn't moving, if that makes sense. I tried applying it with a beauty blender sponge, a damp beauty blender, by putting the product on the back of my hand and then dotting it on, but it just would go on very patchy when I did it that way. So I found the easiest way to apply it was with my hands, because I could really massage it into my face with my hands, but it still ended up looking very patchy, and it still ended up feeling tacky even after setting it with a setting powder. So it was just too thick, too sticky. And I'm a full coverage person. I don't mind a thick foundation. I love the Kat Von D foundation. Give me the all-nighter all day, every day. I don't mind a thick foundation, but this was just a little too extreme. So for me, this was definitely a fail. And then the last foundation that I have to mention is from Anastasia. So this is another one I think I did a wear test on. If I did, I will link it above. But the thing about this foundation is, at first I thought it was okay. And I do think when you first apply it, it does look beautiful. My problem with this foundation is that, again, I only got maybe 3 to 4 hours of wear time out of this before it started to just break apart on my skin. But instead of the Fenty one was like always on my lower jawline, this one was always in my T-zone where it would start to break up. So I would have like no foundation left on my nose, no foundation left on my chin, but the foundation would kind of collect in the crease around my nose. So it just ended up looking weird and just not good. Not good. And it's very dry, which I don't mind in the summer. My skin gets kind of more oily, so I don't mind a drier formula for foundation because it kind of works nicely on my skin when it's very oily, but even at my oiliest, this was too dry for my skin. So unfortunately, I'll have to call this a fail. I was really looking for a cheaper dupe to my Lancome Stick foundation, which I travel with because it's expensive and I go through it fast, and this is only $25, but it just did not work for me. All right, let's take a quick break from makeup and talk about one hair product fail that I have, and this is from the brand Eva NYC. So I have tried other things from the brand. I really, really love their hair mask. It's really nice. I'm definitely going to be needing to pick another one of those up soon, but this is their Freshen Up Dry Shampoo. I actually did get sent this from Octoly. When I saw this in my Octoly store, I was like, yes, I love that brand. I want to try their dry shampoo, but this was a big fail for me. It's actually half gone because I've been trying to make it work, but when I spray this in my hair, I feel like it does nothing. It does not absorb oil. It doesn't have a scent whatsoever. It doesn't add any ashy tones, which sometimes I'll use a dry shampoo just to add some ashiness to my blonde hair. It doesn't volumize my hair, which some dry shampoos I'll use just for the volume. I mean, dry shampoos do a lot of different things that I kind of like, but this one did nothing. I was just like, I feel like I'm spraying air in my hair. It's not doing anything that a dry shampoo normally does. I really didn't understand what I don't get it. It just didn't work. Didn't do anything. So that for me was a fail, and even though there's half left, I'm gonna get rid of it now because I'm just like, it doesn't work. It doesn't work for me. All right, I do also have just a couple makeup brushes to mention real quick. The first one, this one, same thing, actually the same problem with both of these. I just don't know how to use this brush. This is from Real Techniques. This is from their, what do they call this? I can't remember the collection, but it's that blue, it's got that really pretty blue handle. It's beautiful, and that's why I wanted to get it. But the brush itself, I just don't have a purpose for this brush. It's a little too dense to use as a blush brush. I feel like when I use it for my blush, I get too much blush and it looks a little too heavy. I like a lighter weight brush for that. I can't really use it for bronzer because the shape of the brush, it's too round, and I like my bronzer brushes to have more of a pinch shape so I can kind of carve out my cheekbone more. I can't really use it for face powder. It's again a little too dense and then a little too small around. So I'm like, what do I use this brush for? I don't know. I don't have a use for this brush. So if you guys have any ideas of what I can use this brush for, let me know, because it actually is very soft. I really do like it. I just don't really have a purpose for this brush. So let me know if you have ideas, because right now this is a fail for me. And then the other brush that I wanted to mention is from Artis. Now I did get sent a collection of brushes from them, and the other brushes I received I really like, but this brush I still have not used because I cannot figure out how to use this thing. It honestly looks like a dental tool. This is called the Elite Circle 1. This is a close-up of what the brush looks like. It literally looks like a dentist tool, like they would use to clean your teeth. That's what it reminds me of. But I think it's supposed to be used for the eyes, but I don't know. It's such a weird little brush. I have not used it. I've had it for like 3 months, and I just look at it and I'm like, I don't know how to use you. So again, if you guys have any recommendations on how to use this brush, maybe I just don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to use this brush. Let me know if you have some tips and tricks on that guy. All right, the next product that I had to mention this in the video because this was such a horrible product. I used it about 5 times and then I was like, I cannot put this on my eyes again. This is from Makeup Forever. This is called the Aqua XL Ink Liner. It's one of their new ink liners. They came out with a bunch of different shades, but this one here is black. Now, this is very black, and it is a liner that dries to a matte finish, which I really did appreciate. I love the way it looks on my eye, and I do like the applicator. The applicator is nice. It's one that you kind of dip in there. So it looks beautiful. The problem with this is I felt like it was ruining my eyelashes because every time I applied this, I could not get it off my eye. Even with my best eye makeup removers, my oil-based eye makeup removers, you guys, I use an oil cleanser to break down my eye makeup, and then I go back with an oil-based cleanser on a Shiseido cotton round to wipe it away, and this would not come off. Even with those products in conjunction together, this still would not come off my eye. And so what would end up happening is it would get stuck to my lashes, almost like a gluey kind of sticky consistency on my lashes, and then it would rip my lashes out. So I was like, I can't use this. I literally cannot use this. It's going to rip all of my eyelashes out. But I don't know what it is about it. It's just so waterproof that it's like too much. Do you know what I'm saying? So I would end up with like little balls of this stuck on my lashes and my lash line, and it was just horrible. So I can't use it. I don't recommend it. unless you have a different way to get it off than I did. All right, and then the last product that I wanted to mention in this video is definitely this Kylie blush. So this is the Barely Legal Kylie Pressed Powder Blush. My problem with this, you guys, is that first of all, it's way overpriced. I can't remember the price because I did buy this in a kit, so I can't remember the individual price of this blush, but I will link it down below. But it's just, there's no pigmentation to this. So you have to like dig your brush in and build it up, dig your brush in and build it up, dig your brush in and build it up. And for the price of this product, I would expect a lot more from this product. So it just didn't wow me. I didn't feel like it was anything special, and I feel like it's way overpriced. So I definitely wanted to mention this in this video. Those are all the disappointing products that I wanted to mention to you today. I hope you guys did find this video useful. If you liked it, make sure to give this a thumbs up so I know you're enjoying this series. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Lisa. I make a lot of beauty related content like this video here today. Make sure to click the subscribe button down below and hit that notification bell as well so that you can be notified of future content. Leave me comments and questions down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.